was watching a fucking video of a hotel room at the Palms in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can you save it for the podcast?
Oh, fuck, dude. All right,
Yo,
fucking.
what's up? Welcome to the Joystick Show.
Hello, the most professional joystick show out there.
Oh yeah, I won't get into that,
No.
but just know that we are. I actually no that fucking that I guess Persian one. I'm gonna assume.
Persia?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that? There's like a.
Persia's not a country anymore.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to be racist and say Arab if I don't know specifically what country it comes from.
What region? Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
But
it is Middle Eastern.
It's in Arabic?
I don't know. That's the
like
thing.
lettering?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know what, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Arabic script, yeah.
Putting me on the spot here, Dillo.
Okay.
Nah, it's there's another Joystick show, but it's like a
Okay.
daily. And it's produced. It's hosted by like some woman, and they talk about video games. But like, it looks like a legit TV set. Like nothing like what we have here.
Yeah,
like we make the best of the basement, but they have like an actual studio with
They have funding.
Yeah, they have like a whole like dolly for their camera stuff. You know what I mean? They have a
Yeah,
crew.
yeah.
It's not just like we set up cameras and
I think we
run
need
in
some
front of
crew.
them. In time,
Yeah.
buddy. In time. That's the hope. You know.
Yeah,
Episode 40
day.
right now.
Oh,
Crazy
yeah.
enough. Hopefully by like episode 80, we'll have
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 people in a room over there, and we'll just be like, "Cut to that thing, bro." Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Have
They'll have
earpieces
to
on.
deal with the technical difficulties, not you.
Yeah,
That'll be the
right.
best.
Oh man,
Being a problem, just point at it. Fix this.
a boy can dream. Man, that would be amazing.
Oh my god. Incredible.
What have you been up to, Dillo?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of shit on YouTube, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, my semester finally ended. Got my grades
Oh,
back.
so you're like free for a little bit.
I'm free until middle of July.
Okay.
So, joystick summer, baby.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. But,
Wait, so you're taking a summer?
summer class, it's the second session, though. So,
Okay.
it's like July 13th to August something.
Uh-huh.
And then I have 2 more weeks, and then I go back again.
How many classes during the summer?
Just one.
Oh, just that one.
Just the one, but it's like every day.
Ah.
It's like not every day, but like 4 days out of the week or whatever. So
Manageable, I
I
guess.
gotta tune in,
You got that.
focused. It's at like night too, or like evening ish.
Mm.
So it's cool. So like I'll just like go to the beach, come home, nap, do some calculus or whatever. You know.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds
That's the
terrible.
thing. I'm taking pre-calc and elements of calc in like a 4-week class.
Yeah.
It's like what the fuck, bro. There's gonna be a lot of shit.
That actually reminded me. I guess kind of in tangent of what I've been doing. You know,
Mhm.
earlier in the week I was helping one of my students in the after school program. I like helped tutor her kinda with her homework that she needs to complete for the week.
Oh, fucking that's smart, Bobby Rosario.
I try, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, homework is so crazy now, cause
Yeah.
like, and I mean now, not in talking about like the times. I'm like specifically like post COVID that everything shifted online and things like that.
Yeah.
Cause it's crazy. The kids get like chapters of work essentially, and then they work on a chunk every day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing that they learn from the last lesson goes immediately into the second thing.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like, obvious, but it's really cool how it goes in. It's almost like the kids are learning a master class about specific topics as opposed to like when we were in school.
I mean, that's why I really like online classes to begin with. Like I've almost only taken exclusively hybrid or online classes because it just feels like a checklist.
Yeah, right.
That's all it is. It's, hey, do this and then that and then that and then come in Monday and then there'll be more shit.
Yeah.
And it's, that's boring. You don't really learn a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but that's fine. I want the A. That's what I hear about.
But on the subject, I don't know why I got this idea. I think it was because I was helping her with math, and I was like, damn, I kind of remembered a lot more than I thought I did from the subject that I hate. And I was like, we should low-key do an episode of the Joystick Show where we all take a math test.
Hate that shit, bro. I just had a fucking math test that had 8 pages of work, bro.
Bro, we all just take like a
pissed.
1-page math test, and then we grade it and see who does the best. And it'll obviously be Jerry, but
I'm down for that. I think I'm down for that.
I want to see
that.
Joey's score.
Oh my god, you think Joey's good? Is Joey good or is Joey bad?
I don't know how Joey's in
Because I
math.
feel like Joey is really good at tests in my head. You know what I
in
mean?
your head. I don't.
In my
I don't
head,
know.
Joey's mad organized, and he'll just like find the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Damn, I don't know if I've ever told the story on the podcast. I might have, about the time that Joey in school, he fell asleep in the middle of our tag reading.
You told me about this.
And I had to wake him up like midway
Yeah.
through. Joey was literally drooling on
You
the
talked about
desk, and
this,
I was
yeah.
like, "Bro, page 80," and he was like, "The boy, walk to the store," and he got saved, bro. He didn't
Every week we should have a story of Joey falling asleep in a
falling
public
asleep.
setting.
Right? There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot, dude.
And there's like a bunch of like him in the car too. Like
Yeah.
I just like there's multiple photos of Joey sleeping on me.
I think one of my favorites is like we were at their house one time, and Joey was like sitting on the couch watching a show, and his dad, Joe Senior, was sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
And they like both knocked out in the exact same position.
Amazing.
Like arms folded, head tilted, exact same person practically.
As someone who can't nap, that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's like that too. Badass, she could fucking sleep anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, I cannot do
Yeah.
that shit. I cannot nap to save
Mhm.
life.
I wish. That'd be great. I have the worst sleeping pattern right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
What is it?
It's like I fall asleep somewhere between 2 and 3 in the morning, and then without fail, I always wake up at like 6 or 7 in the morning.
Ugh.
And then I
That's
get
me,
up.
but I at least I make it to about 8 or 9.
So, I get up like 6, 7 in the morning, and then I don't get up, but I like fix the TV because usually it turns off. You know what I mean? And I just kind of like reorganize my pillows and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then between the hours of like 6, 7 to like 11, 12, it's just in and out. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it's like go to sleep for a little bit, I wake up, and it's like I have a little more to go.
Damn, we have like the same sleeping pattern.
Oh, look at that.
yeah. Like, that's me. I go to bed at like, I don't know, 3 to 9, 3 to 10. That's usually what I do.
Yo, when are we moving the fucking podcast day? We said we were gonna do that.
Oh yeah. We should do it a weekday.
Yeah, that sounds
Like a Thursday or something?
incredible. I'm so for that.
I'm down for Thursday to be the new podcast
Frees
day.
up my weekend.
At least up until like middle of July.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm for that
sick.
for sure.
So this is something I want to talk to you about. by the way.
Am I in trouble?
It's very, very important.
Oh, no.
I know it
Okay.
feels like a parent-teacher
Yeah,
conference,
right.
and I'm about to tell you that your
Have a
son,
seat, Robert.
Have a seat, and you're talking to the parents. Your son, he was not doing things the way I wanted. No, so I've been watching a lot of YouTube content, a lot of house tours, a lot of apartment tours.
Okay.
Crazy
maybe
stuff.
some open doors, some
Yeah,
architectural digest type stuff.
Yeah, that originally, but a lot of like condos and stuff. I was looking at this one condo in Thailand, $295 for just luxury apartment.
Jesus.
That's like, come on, I'll move there right now.
$295.
I'll move there right now.
That was like I saw an article that there was like a rich couple that own a private island. And like the island has like a huge house on it.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like a whole thing.
yeah.
And they were looking for a couple to pay them like $100,000 a year to essentially live on the island and like maintain it essentially. So like,
so you like Airbnb the island? Okay,
so I think it was like they'd work 4 days out of the week, like actually cleaning it, maintaining it, landscape
100,000.
shit like that. But then you get to live on the island.
Yeah.
You get to live at the place. You get 100,000.
That's an even deal.
I don't know if I could do it though. I need like
Mm-hmm.
I need like life. you know what I mean? I need people.
Yeah, a lot more people.
Like it's a lot. Like I feel like if you come from a state that isn't like New York or LA or any big populous state, you know what I mean?
LA, the state LA.
You know what I mean? City, I meant. It's just like
Yeah.
you're so used to like being able to go to the corner store and go to the deli. You know what I mean? But imagine being in like fucking nowhere, Kansas, like
Oh yeah, fucking.
where your mailbox is like a mile away
shout-outs
from
to
your
Nowhere,
house.
Kansas, real
Shout
quick.
outs.
Crazy. So my YouTube is like a real like a trench. I have to dig through all that shit. A lot of educational stuff. That's why I'm so smart, right? But there's this one show I watch called Abandoned. And it's essentially just about abandoned places.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, so it's like, and it gets kind of creative because it'll even be about like Kmart, for example.
Oh,
And it'll
okay.
be like, oh, why are all the Kmarts abandoned?
Kmart
Well,
is done, right?
yeah, they're all
Weird.
closed. And so like they even show like he talks about like the blue light special and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, I forgot about that shit. I didn't even know. And like Kmart was like the go-to discount store even back in the day. Like in the 1910s, their name was SS Kresge. And they were like the biggest store. They were in every major city in America.
Crazy.
And I was like, damn. And then they just like other places were doing like the big market store. And so they were like, yeah, let's do that. And they changed their name to Kmart
Wow.
that same year.
Yeah, I used to be scared of Kmart.
Why?
Like straight up.
Why you were scared of Kmart?
Yeah.
Specific. Why?
One time I went with my mom when I was like 5 or 6, the one that used to be by Toys R Us, and fucking like a kid got lost. Okay. And I was like top 2 fears. It was like fucking roaches lost? Getting kidnapped. Like my 2 fears. No, another kid got lost. Okay. So it was the first time I'd ever been in a store where they like go on the PA system and they're like, you know, your kid is at this or whatever,
your kid
right?
Is fucking dumb.
But I don't know. Like obviously I was fucking 5, 6, but in my head it was phrased like, you know, your son is lost. You gotta come get him. And after that, I was like, I don't want to go to Kmart anymore. I'm gonna get stolen or some shit like that.
Every other place is just like, oh no, people want me.
Dude, my grandma used to fucking watch that show. What is it? America's Most Wanted. Yeah. That's hosted by that guy, John, I think it is. Oh my god, I'm so mad that I don't remember his full name. But
John O'Hurley.
It's not John O'Hurley. We're not talking about Family Feud here.
Richard Kahn.
America's Most Wanted host. Fucking John Walsh. Yeah, John Walsh.
I don't know about John Walsh.
So no. Yeah, the thing is he's the host of America's Most Wanted. Okay. It's like the guy with the white hair, and he's like, "Have you seen Billy O'Sniff?" Or I don't know, and then he tells you about him. But do you know his background, like his story?
No.
His son was kidnapped. At a convenience store, or not a convenience store, like a Macy's.
Could have been you.
That's what I'm saying. His son was kidnapped, and then they found his son's head decapitated.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it was like a whole big thing, and I don't think they ever caught the killer. So that guy basically like became the face or whatever of like the most wanted kind of like pursuing these criminals, cold case type stuff.
Yeah, I watch a lot of that shit.
But my grandma used to watch that shit like casually, and I would be like 5 just hearing that story.
And your dad watches that shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
Your dad always has that shit on.
Yep.
Dude. She murdered him with a knife in the back.
Yep. I used to tell my mom, I was like, my mom, I remember the first time I told her, I told my mom, I think I was like 17. I was like, do you ever get worried that one day dad's just gonna like snap and kill us in our sleep? And she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't know. Like he watches this shit.
What the shit, bro?
Yeah.
That's not how it works,
bro. But he like watches this shit.
Think of all the shit you play. Oh, you're gonna fucking shoot up a place?
Bro, I don't fucking know, but like
the logic that makes no sense. I'd be horrified if I was your mom.
My parents watch all these fucking crime shows. I grow up having to watch like Without a Trace and Criminal Minds.
Yeah, Cold Case.
Yeah, weird shit.
Cold Case, bro. It's not real.
It's like the bad side of having a wild imagination.
And then the ghost comes back to wave at you at the end, bro. It's fucking great. Amazing.
Maybe not that part.
Redemption, bro. Love that.
Ghost whisperer type shit.
Oh my god. At the end of every cold case, it was like 1910 and the person got murdered. And it's like, we figured it out. And she's leaving and she's driving over the bridge in Philadelphia. And you look and there he is. He's on the bridge for some fucking reason.
Damn, man. That was it's so funny thinking about watching TV at my grandma's house. Because first of all, I distinctly remember watching like episodes of Cold Case at my grandma's house.
I remember a lot.
But like I used to have a set schedule at grandma's house, right? Because PBS 13 would run until like 5 o'clock. In fact, I think the last show that aired on PBS, and keep in mind my grandma didn't have cable.
Yeah,
so it was just 13. PBS, yeah, and if you wanted kids entertainment. So the last show that they aired on PBS at that time was Cyber Chase.
Yes.
Cyber Chase would air at 4:30, and then at 5 o'clock it'd be some bullshit news segment where some old dude was like, "Here's the news in the world," and you'd be like, "Ew. Nope, out, get out of there."
Fucking, I guess.
And then I remember I used to switch it over to, I think it was like UPN or Pix 11 or something, whatever, because they used to show Family Feud, and then I would watch that with John O'Hurley, the legend back then.
CW it became.
My grandma had a crush on him.
Yeah, of course. Fucking sexy ass man.
And I'll never forget, if it got to Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune time, my parents were getting late. Because that was when I was usually on the way home. Mm-hmm. So if I got to watch an episode of Jeopardy, I was like, okay, my parents are late.
Yeah, come on, guys. Pick it up. Which is weird, because it was like, I was always at my grandma's with my mom. Uh-huh. And my mom was there with me. And my dad was the one that was at work or sleeping or something. Mm-hmm. And then he'd come later on.
At that, my parents both worked in the city, but my school was actually right in the middle, essentially, of both my grandma's apartments. So, and they did that on purpose, so that if anything happened, they could either just,
grandmas get the juggle.
One of them could scoop me up. Yeah. My other grandma, Adela, had cable. You know, I could watch 2-2. Remember good old channel 22?
Cartoon Network.
Yeah. What was Nickelodeon?
6.
Hey.
And then Disney was 49. Yeah, it was 49.
Because Comedy Central was 45,
Yes.
I think. Yeah, I get them confused. Damn, man.
I remember. That's the strangest thing is I'll remember those channels.
Dude, you remember those old remotes, like the fat black remotes, like the orangey old buttons? Man, I don't know. That fucking shot into my head.
Good times, bro.
Dude.
Grandma's house is nostalgic as fuck.
Bro, one time I had to go with my mom to a doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
I was really young. I was like 5 or 6. And I brought our television remote. And I successfully changed the TV at the doctor's office with our remote from home to watch what I wanted.
That is incredible.
And I remember when my mom noticed, she was like, "Did you take the remote from home?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Whatever."
I wouldn't even be
Yeah,
mad.
she was like, "Whatever."
Damn, my kid's a fucking genius, bro. My kid's mad smart.
Yeah, man. And then after that, I actually did that before I saw Home Alone 3. There's like that scene where he changes the channel from across the street, and I always wish that was real.
Oh my god!
Just put a sniper scope on like your fucking TV remote, and you can just change the channel from a block away.
Time to put softcore porn Cinemax on.
Yeah.
Just put it on from someone else's house. Incredible.
Damn.
So I almost had a segment for today.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was thinking about cooking one up.
I was mid seggy, but I decided it was like a little too niche.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to just talk about it.
What is it? What's too niche for the Joystick show?
So like I said, I was watching the show Abandoned on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was watching one that really piqued my interest, and that was of the American Dream Mall.
Isn't that here?
In
Jersey?
It is in New Jersey.
But it's open.
This is the thing. It opened, but however, do you know when it started construction?
When?
2004.
Holy shit. And then they just opened it like a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that?
Okay, so it opened towards the end of the video. It's the funniest shit because they go, the way he times it, he's like, and now they say that they're ready to open the mall fully in March of 2020. And as soon as they're about to open, fucking COVID happened. They couldn't do the full opening. But apparently crazy. It's open now.
Yeah, I've driven past it. That shit is ridiculous.
I've driven past it too. Can you want to take a guess of how much money they've spent since 2004 to build it?
Billions.
Over $5.5 billion.
Yeah, I believe it.
To build a mall.
That mall has fucking everything in it.
It's not complete yet.
It has an amusement park. It has like a skiing area, a water park.
A water
There's
park.
Like a whole fucking
I actually have
thing.
on my phone. Do you want me to read what the mall has?
Yeah.
Because I have on my phone like what the mall has.
Man, okay, I'll bring it up after this. This is just reminding me of when we used to go on the Palisades Mall trip.
Oh yes, and that's what I think this mall is gonna end up becoming, which is sad.
But no, what I think is that the American Dream Mall is like Palisades on crack.
Yeah, but the saddest thing is that I was reading like what they originally had planned. So let's go through the list, right? So you said it, 20-story indoor ski slope.
Yep.
20 stories, which, by the way, was ready to be open in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just ran out of money and they never opened it. So it sat abandoned for, I want to say, like 6 years or 7 years with no construction or anything just because they couldn't finish it.
Stupid.
But the ceiling caved in too due to snow damage. Ironic. They wanted to make an indoor wave pool and water park, which they ended up actually making.
Yeah,
it's $100 admission.
Just for that?
Just for the water park. I think that's the problem with the place, though, is that every place has
segmented
its own
type of.
Yeah, so it's like you have the Nickelodeon park with roller coasters, but it's like $65, and it's like there's 7 rides.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $65 to go on 7 rides.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Go on the same roller coaster 20 times?
Mm-hmm.
They also have New Jersey Sports and Music Hall of Fame. I don't think they actually made that.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
What is it? Just like a museum type?
Yeah. They just wanted to make over like a dozen museums in the mall.
Jeez.
But you have to have like interesting shit.
At what point are they like, let's put stores in here? Like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
the thing. Well, that's the problem is that they had a bunch of stores ready and then they all backed out after COVID. So now they have a bunch. They're like trying to figure out what to do with all the
this
remaining space. So like they're probably gonna have like laser tag, right?
Yeah.
They have to have like do some like
some indoor skydiving.
Yeah. Some VR shit they got to do. They got a lot to do there.
Yeah, man.
They have.
It's right by the Meadowlands, right?
Yeah. Which actually they got sued.
The Meadowlands or
the Meadowlands sued the mall because they said that it was going to take away customers.
I don't think that
from the football game. Exactly. But the thing is, though, is that the mall was there first because the mall was built in 2004 and the new Meadowlands was knocked down and rebuilt again in like 2010. So you knew that the mall was there and you're suing about it.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, man. The Palisades was lit.
Yeah, for
sure. Shout outs to when we went to go see Ghost Protocol.
Oh, that was hype though.
That was so funny because to clarify, our school used to have this trip where you would pay like I don't know like $20 or something, and they'd get a bus and you would go to the Palisades Mall after school one day, and it was like this mall that was like an hour away in. Is it in Jersey or upstate?
No, it's upstate. It's upstate
right?
New York,
yeah.
But you drive through Jersey. Yeah, to get there. Yeah.
So it's pretty far. It's like an hour away, and the mall it's gigantic. It has like every store. It has like a Ferris wheel. Has an IMAX theater.
Should have, yeah.
And I think we went twice, but the first time we went, we spent like the entire time just watching Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol in theaters, which was a vibe. It was actually mad good.
It was really much worth it.
Yep. Sure. Not only is that movie like surprisingly really good, we got to see it in IMAX, which is pretty dope. And I remember the only reason we went is because the teacher wanted to go because they were giving a preview of The Dark Knight Rises, which hadn't come out at that time. Crazy.
Exciting stuff. I wanna do some fucking activities this summer.
I also want to do some fucking activities.
Baseball game.
I fucking told you the tickets are mad cheap. I don't even care if we're in the nosebleeds, man. That's why I have my binoculars.
Yeah. Even then, bro, like nice tickets with like club access, like $30.
Let's fucking do it.
Well, when you want to do like end of the month?
Yeah, let's aim for that because I saw they're gonna be playing away for a while.
Yeah, they're gonna be back on 15th to 17th, and then 21st to 23rd.
Cool. So we'll aim for.
And then after that too, and then they'll be back again in July.
Sounds good.
Love baseball games, bro.
Yeah, I'm down. I haven't gone to a baseball game
since the Yankees one.
Yeah, the Yankees one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fuck Yankee Stadium. Can I just say, if any Yankee fans are watching,
not a fan.
Your stadium is fucking trash.
Not a fan.
Not a good stadium.
I'll say this though. I will say this. Citi Field, better stadium. Love that stadium. Yankee Stadium's fucking trash. I think I had a better time gameplay wise watching a Yankee game because the last time I saw a Mets game was like before they were good.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Even though right now the Mets had 14 people injured, so you don't want to watch the Mets now because it's like some random. There was a dude I couldn't even pronounce his name, bro. His name was Joshawani or some shit, bro. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this guy?
That's his first name.
It was Josh Awany.
That's the whole name.
That was his first name.
Joshawani.
Yeah, and then his last
I'm
name.
just making sure. I just making sure it wasn't Josh Awani.
And then his last name was Fargus. Not Vargas.
Fargus. All right.
I was like, who the fuck is this made up guy that
you
brought? Yeah. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy that you just made up? He just fucking typed on a keyboard.
Probably Dominican.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
They always got the craziest name. Fucking, I'm gonna name my son fucking Wellington. Like, yeah, that's a great name. Fucking, it's like a fat Dominican dude.
Wellington Hernandez. Dude, fucking, what was I saying? Me the other day, Jerry came over. We were watching an episode of Bar Rescue. We need to have like a button that I could press whenever we mention Bar Rescue, and then like I don't know, John Taffer falls from the ceiling and he's like, "Oh!" we pull him back up there. But I was watching an episode of Bar Rescue, and it was actually one of the better, more entertaining episodes I saw because it's with a Dominican guy who like owns a bar with his wife.
Okay.
And first of all, they moved from the Dominican Republic, and before they moved here to open the bar, his wife went to medical school for 7 years and had a career as a doctor in DR.
Okay.
So she left it all behind to help him like make the bar.
Stupid.
Yeah. They have like 2 kids. It's their 14-year anniversary to the day, and he's like, not only did he forget and hasn't acknowledged it, but he's also hitting on other women in the bar. Yeah. So it gets real fucking spicy, right? I remember I'm watching it. And I'm like, oh, they're Hispanic. This is going to be great, right?
Oh my
Fucking so the best part about it is John is in the car watching the recon shit with his wife, like the guy's wife.
Yeah.
And she's like, I cannot believe this. He would do this to me. And then he's like, so you have a gift for him, right? You have a gift. And she's like, I have a gift. I have the divorce papers, right? And he's like, and you have it all wrapped up, right? And bro, she pulls out like a fucking hat, like a happy birthday-esque bag with like a whole ass bag. Like you could tell John like told her like, yo, can we put them in a gift bag? Like, you know what I mean? Like it'd be good, right? So she goes in, fucking splashes water on him, smacks him in the face twice.
Oh my god.
Gives him the papers, right? And then after that, that's when they like walk out of the bar and she's like, GTH, go to hell. You know, like that was my favorite part.
That's a 10 out of 10 line.
So that was my favorite part of the show. My favorite part of watching the show was when I was with Jerry. Yeah. Because Jerry watched the first 2 seconds. The first 2 seconds of the episode, right? Where they just show the bar owner, the guy, the Dominican dude. Yeah. And Jerry just goes, that guy's Dominican. Look at that forehead. Bro, I fucking cried, dude. I cried. I had to pause the show.
He's correct.
And he was right.
He's
spot
correct.
On. I was like,
correct.
Holy fucking shit.
That is true.
Oh, man. But the guy didn't have like an accent like his wife did. The guy, like, he was like, yo, this is my bar. I do what I want. I'm a hot shot. And I was like, you're stupid. But John saved the marriage in typical John Tafford fashion. Tafford?
Down Tafford. Can't believe that guy he does everything, man.
Yeah,
Saving
man.
marriages, that's insane.
Has like a patent on fucking a jukebox machine. And apparently he's credited with coming up with the NFL Sunday ticket.
Yeah, I know about that. What a legend.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Business smart guy.
I want to create some shit, you know?
Let's create some shit. Like we're not already creating shit right now.
I want to create a Tuesday ticket. And some brand new shit.
What does that entail, Dylan? What do I get to watch? What do I get to witness at the Tuesday ticket?
You get to watch the show. Everyone's just like, yeah,
great, fantastic, Dylan. Fucking superstar idea over here. Just pitch that shit to Shark Tank.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of that, I was watching Mark Cuban during the Clippers Mavs game. I actually didn't get to finish it. Who won that?
I didn't see. I think the Clippers won.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I love the Mavericks. Doncic is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Love Doncic.
That guy's crazy, man. Oh, fucking! I was watching the New York games. Those were kind of sad.
Oh yeah, I'm not. The Blasio jinxed them, so.
Jason Tatum, man, holy shit! Did you watch the Celtics Nets game or hear about it? 50 points, man.
I heard about it.
Every time. And I remember I was watching it upstairs in my room and my dad is watching it in the living room. And like every time this fucking kid scores another 3-pointer, I go downstairs and I'm like, and my dad's like, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. That's being on the losing side, bro.
It's rough.
Yeah, it's very rough as a Mets fan. I know. It's not a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know. I think it's funny though, because like my dad grew up like a hardcore Knicks fan. Mm-hmm. So it almost feel right to call him a bandwagoner for like jumping on the Nets thing. But as soon as the Nets came to Brooklyn, my dad was like, I'm going to support the Nets. So my dad's low-key been supporting the Nets for a minute now.
Yeah.
Like way before, you know, they got fucking Kyrie and Harden and fucking Durant. So now that the team is like great, my dad is like, whoa, my Brooklyn Nets.
He's hyped about it.
He's super hyped.
Yeah. I mean, when you're from Brooklyn and there's a team called Brooklyn.
Yeah, we went to go see the game. I don't think I got to talk about that.
No, you
because
did
we
not.
saw it on Saturday.
I asked him about it. He said it was a good time.
Oh, yeah. He had a great fucking time. Super fun. I even filmed like a little bumper thing. Maybe I'll edit it and put it at the beginning of this episode and you'll see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got a lot of footage.
Nice.
Figured it was a once in a while type of thing.
Yeah, I was looking at tickets. They weren't that expensive, and I was like,
100 and change, right? And then we found out that Harden was doing that shit where he was paying for half of the fans' tickets. Wow. Yeah, he offered to pay half of the fans' tickets for games 1 and games 2 at the Barclays Center. Oh, and that was after my mom got the tickets.
Wow.
Crazy.
Insane.
And not for nothing, like that stadium, or rather the Barclays Center, was fucking packed.
Yeah. They can pack it now. Yeah.
Like my dad and I were both like, that's kind of crazy how many people are here. Like, we weren't scared or anything like that, but we really like thought it wasn't gonna be a lot of people. Yeah. Especially because you watch the games on TV and you see like those first couple like rows. They're not.
Yeah, they're sectioned off. Yeah.
Nah, bro, everything was packed.
I mean, yeah. When you have to, you needed the vaccine, right? They checked it.
It depended on areas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think.
Because that's how the Mets are doing it too, but I'll just show the vax. I'm not really worried.
I'm assuming just because there was like there were sections, like the announcer, the guy would always be like, if you're sitting at one of the designated vaccinated areas, feel free to remove your mask or something like that. But it also kind of felt like when you walked in, like everybody was just looking at your card type of thing. So I didn't know if you needed it to get in, period, or if you just needed it for those sections.
Because I was looking at a lot of. And I feel like they're just checking it anyway. Yeah. Even because the Mets had that where they would have socially distanced sections and then fully vaccinated 100%. But then every ticket says, "Oh, you need the vax card or whatever." So.
Well, now you can get it on your phone, I think.
Yeah, there's like a passport thing. Yeah.
I couldn't get it though at the time because I had gotten the second dose like too close to it. You have to wait. A small period of time before you're eligible for it. So I had to go with my physical. My little vaccine card that says I got my shot.
Oh, yeah. Get my shit laminated.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I should.
I did.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Like on your own?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just go to like fucking Staples? And
I gave this someone.
Oh, okay.
Someone who works at a place with a laminator.
Okay. Yeah. So that mad fucking suspiciously. Mm-hmm. Just give it to your dad or something?
3 blinks and a and a wink.
Twice on the pipe. Fucking I gotta give it to Betta then. She can laminate it at school for me.
Yeah.
She also has her own laminator.
That's pretty cool.
Shit is fun. Yeah.
Nice. That'll laminate.
Laminate some stuff.
Random. Just freaking throw items in there, trying to laminate.
Heats it up. And it's cool. Oh yeah, one time my girlfriend works at a public school. So for those of you who obviously but for people who don't know, and I remember years ago, one of the first times I ever went with her before the year starts to go help her organize the classroom and stuff like that. It's also kind of the first time I've ever really been in the inner workings of a public school of that nature. I don't know how to explain it because I've also worked in public schools, but as an after school kind of person. So we had our own office area. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. This was my first opportunity to like go into the faculty rooms and like go into the offices. Bro, they had a fucking, and I know I'm saying this like this is like the craziest shit I've ever seen, and there's probably a bunch of teachers like, bro, we all have that. But they had like the industrial laminator, bro. Yeah. That's like this fucking big, and they just put like posters in it. But, like, it caught me by surprise because Betta has, like, her little one, and we were in her room, and she's like, I'll just go laminate this at the one we have in the thing. And I was like, you have it right here? She's like, come with me. And, like, bro, it was like she was flexing it, but she got me because I was like, yo, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because you were like, oh, like, you just use it here. It's definitely not massive. And it is. It's fucking giant.
Yeah, right.
They had one at, like, my school back in the day.
Yo, fucking... Speaking of schools back in the day, I found, my God, the voice crack. I found my mom got like a new file cabinet thing. Mm-hmm. So she took a day to just kind of like organize a bunch of, she has like a mess of papers and documents and books and folders. Mm-hmm. So she went through it and organized it, and she found 2 things. She actually found my creative writing folder from senior year of high school.
Weird.
Which didn't have like anything from creative writing. It just inside of the folder was another folder, and then that folder was my college folder with all my shit from college. Yeah, and I was just reading through it like, this is the most boring fucking shit I've ever seen. But my mom also found my 8th grade yearbook.
I saw that in your room. Yeah,
from when I graduated in 2010, and I know you saw it, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because I showed my girlfriend. And I went to my girlfriend's house like a day or 2 ago, and she was like, oh, remember how you found your middle school yearbook? I found mine. So she was showing me her yearbook, and again, I've been to Catholic school my whole life, so you can call me fucking stupid for not knowing shit like this, but I always kind of knew that there were more kids in like those schools than there were in Catholic schools, You know what I mean? Bro, there were like fucking 12 8th grade classes that my girlfriend graduated with from one school. That shit blew my mind. Blew my mind, bro.
Schools are big.
There's like 12 graduating 8. Like, it was insane.
Yeah.
Like our graduating class from high school is essentially what she graduated with.
I believe that.
That blew my mind, man.
I believe that 100%.
And I believe it too. But I never knew the numbers. You know what I mean? I was just so used to like growing up with a class of like 20. And then,
yeah, me too. Me too. My largest class was kindergarten, and it was like 24.
And then
from that year, it kept going down
because you're in like we're in a more remote area, so I figured.
It was like 18 to 22 usually.
You went to the same school through middle school too?
K to 8.
K to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
K to 8.
So I don't know anything about fucking schools.
Yeah.
Is that a public school?
Yeah.
So that's just that. I don't even know how to
That's
ask these fucking questions.
What are you trying to ask?
What differentiates a school, having grades K through 8, then K through 6, and then they have to go to a junior high school?
If they're able to do it.
That's really it?
Yeah, if they have enough teachers.
Don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Don't fucking know.
Have to, like, I remember in my school, like, in the earlier grades, you would have one teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be for the whole day. She would teach everything.
Yeah.
And then at 5th or 6th grade, I believe it's 6th grade, you just have different teachers for everything.
Yeah.
I would say 5th grade, I think you start getting different. Like, we had a social studies teacher,
mm-hmm.
we had a science teacher, and those are different people.
Yeah.
And then as it goes on, you would just keep getting more and more different people.
Funny enough, I went to 6th grade. I went to 2 schools growing up.
Yeah.
I went to a one Catholic school from pre-K to 6th grade. And then I got bullied. Shout outs. And I was like, fuck that shit. And I went to a different school for 7th and 8th grade, which is the school I met Joey at.
Mm-hmm.
And at that school, where was I going? Oh, yeah. No, yeah. When I was at the old school, the 6th grade, how they would do it is that's like you said, that's when they started incorporating like different teachers for different lessons as opposed to having the same teacher who taught you the same shit all the time, mm-hmm. right? But they didn't trust us because that school was terrible, which is why I left it and why I got bullied. Yeah. So it got to the point where like they would leave the kids in the room and the teachers would rotate like out through the classrooms. So it wasn't like the teachers had their own rooms. The classes had the room.
Yeah.
And then just like depending on who walked in.
Yeah, my school did the same exact thing.
That's how you do it type of shit?
Yeah, that's how my school did it.
But then when I went to Joey's school, it was different. You'd actually have to get up and you'd have to go to a different room.
It depended. For us, it depended on the teacher. Like, we got a bunch of grants, mm-hmm. and we got like a brand new science lab. Yeah. And it was like we gave our science teacher a home, Like, she was like so distraught. Like, no, I took the biology regions 8th grade. And I told all my friends that, like, bro, she just, like, vents to me, this poor fucking woman. Like, it was just, like, we had a class of, like, let's say, like, 20 people, right? Uh-huh. And, like, 5 people did the after-school regions thing. Yeah. And you would just, like, study or whatever and do practice questions. And she would just be like, Dylan, I can't. These people are fucking stupid. And she's like, this kid is that kid. There was one girl in my class that literally had a 12. Out of 100.
What?
She did no work. She was retarded. She got like, no, sorry. I don't want to say the name. But people I went to school with. Yeah. And she was just like, but I can't fail her because then it makes me look bad. And then I'm like,
like, bro, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that sucks, bitch. Are you gonna leave?
Meanwhile, you're like fucking like 12.
Yeah, about 12, 13. I just want to go home and play fucking Call of Duty or something. Yeah, 8th grade, I'm playing video games. I want to go home, play Saints Row, jerk off. That's the life.
The life of 13-year-old Dylan
the life
Diaz.
Of 12, 13-year-old Dylan.
And then go eat some pasta and go to bed.
So some Xbox 360.
What was I gonna fucking say?
Make a Facebook bro. Today, you know what today was? Rest in peace, bassist of Slipknot, Paul Gray.
Oh man,
our man.
Oh
our
man,
boy. On Facebook, I made a status.
Bro, like, can we talk about that real quick? Can we talk about it very vaguely? Okay. Very, very vaguely, right? We had a kid in our high school who what? How would we say this nicely? He was different. You know what I mean? What are you fucking mouthing to me? That's not helping me.
You should be able to read my lips.
There's a fucking microphone blocking your lips. Okay, got you. Yes, with arms wide open, you can fucking say it. Holy shit! But long story short, we had a kid, a little weird, right? Different, but he the So what Dylan's referring to is he was a big fan of Slipknot.
Yeah.
And Slipknot's bassist, right?
Passed away.
And the year after, like the first anniversary or maybe like the second anniversary, we saw him. And this was a kid like we were nice to. Like we talked to him all the time. I don't want people to think like we didn't like this kid.
No,
like,
I've hung out with him outside of school.
Exactly. Yeah, he was he was a cool kid. But maybe not cool, but you know what I mean? He wasn't a bad kid at all. Like he's just different, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember we saw him at the train and he was so distraught. Like somebody told him the worst news in the world. And we were like, "Is everything okay, man?" And he was like, It's just the second year anniversary of when the bassist of Slipknot died." And we were just like, "Oh, like sorry, like
yeah, like not
apologize,
to be mean, but like, bro, like
yeah, right."
Did you know him?
But dude, remember when he talked to you about the phone call he got about his friend?
Yeah. So he said that. So there's a couple of stories. One story, I'm not going to tell someone else's story, but there was a story that I had a friend at our high school who lost something, and so essentially they're talking to each other, and he was like, "Man, I lost my phone." And he lost his phone. He couldn't find it, and he was like, "Hey, what'd you lose?" Huh? He wasn't getting he wasn't getting it, and he was just like, "I lost my fucking pocket lint," and he was like, "Shit, you gotta find it." But anyways, this story, which is what is it?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The
when his friend called him.
Yes. Okay, so this person, these two people. His friend that he's referring to is someone that I grew up with.
Yeah. That doesn't go to our school.
No, he's just random crazy person.
Yeah.
Mentally ill human being.
Yeah.
Calls him up and tells him that he has died.
That he's dead.
He is dead.
Yeah.
And he's sad again.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
He's really upset. And we're like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Why are you upset?" And he's like, "My friend called me and told me he was dead." And he's like, "Oh shit, do you believe him?"
Oh, and man, like, and we were nice, we were like, "Oh man," but me and Dylan like shot each other that look like, "What the fuck?"
And I knew what he was talking about because I know the
guy.
I was like,
who was alive, very obviously,
because he called him. Like, damn, bro, he's dead. Like,
oh man, holy shit.
Times like that, I'm like, is he like pretending? But he like, who knows, right?
Did I ever tell you about I don't know, that reminded me of taking the train home from high school. Did I ever tell you about the second time I was alone with Jose?
No.
Like I'm talking like when he was in freshman year and I was sophomore year.
He asked you a question?
We were together at, what was the stop when you'd have to take the F1?
Kew Gardens?
Kew Gardens, yeah. We're at Kew Gardens, and it was like one day that Diana didn't come with us because she had something else. So it was just me and him, and I think you were in detention or something.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right.
Late detention and be like that.
Late detention. Hell yeah.
So fucking, me and Jose are waiting for the E at Kew Gardens, and we're just talking about something, and then he's like, "Yo, you want to see something?" And I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And he like pulls out his iPod Touch. He's like, "Yo, check this out." And he opens a folder, and then he puts in a password, and he puts in a second password that opens his second folder, and it's just full of porn. Like, just downloaded porn. And he just like shows me, and he's like, "It's crazy, right?" And I'm like, "It's fucking wild." You know what I mean? But at the time, I was just kind of like, you just go on the internet, you know what I mean? Like, who downloads it? It's like some PSP era shit.
Yeah, which is what he did.
Did I ever tell you the PSP story of the guy who showed me like the chick, or rather the guy who showed me the dick on his PSP?
Yeah, you told me about that.
The kid in my middle school who was like, "Yo, check it out." And it was just like a giant dick. And I was like, "I don't want to see that." And then his friend was like, I got you. And he like showed me a pair of boobs on his PSP. And I was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's
together.
like, it's not like that's going to help me. Like,
not unsee the penis.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, here, you got this. Like,
I mean, that's pretty funny though. That's like the key of like joke humor and like get catching someone.
It's like wieners.
Yeah, it's like That's how people got you to watch Two Girls One Cup back in the day.
Yeah.
Is they'd be like, hey, check this out. And then just be there. And
I was smart enough to know about it and just be like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but the person doesn't tell you they're looking it up.
I've actually never seen it, and I never will. I can honestly say that. I'm good.
It's real bad.
I'm good. I believe it.
It's real
I
bad.
believe it. And I've seen some shit.
The other ones aren't that
it.
bad, though. Like, people say, like, some of the other, like, Lemon Party and stuff, not that bad.
Oh, that's like the old people, right?
That's whatever.
What's the asshole goatee, the anus stretching one?
Yeah,
We're just talking about like weird shock videos now.
The jar guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One man, one horse.
Kids in a sandbox.
I like how one man, one horse, like the guy who got fucked by the horse and died because, bro, you got fucked by a horse. You know what I mean? I like them that's when the state of Washington was like, let's just not have people fuck animals here. Let's make that a serious thing.
Which, by the way,
that you can't do.
In 17 states, which I definitely don't know by heart, you can still do it.
What are the fucking loopholes around that shit, man?
Holy shit,
bro.
I
really want to fuck my cow.
Well, Your Honor, the horse fucked me. I did not
fuck
the horse.
Fucked me.
Therefore,
as you can tell by my internal damage.
As you can tell by the horse's erection, this was consensual. Holy shit! I've been listening to a lot more Come Town lately. They're on Spotify.
I haven't heard Come Town in a long ass time.
Come Town has stopped appearing in my YouTube recommended.
Right.
So I went on Spotify.
By the way, we should probably reiterate. Come Town is a comedy podcast that is hosted by 3 comedians from New York, and it has a very suggestive name, but that is what the podcast is, and that's what Dylan and I
never tell.
to.
I before I really have to someone I'm close with, and be like, hey, I'm into this podcast.
I had to really explain that one to my mom before I showed her some clips. I was like, all right,
I would never ever show my mom a Come Town clip. Say that to anyone. Be like, hey, I showed my mom this Come Town clip.
My mom's seen it.
Oh, which one did she see?
Oh, I showed her 4 Brothers.
Oh my god, 4 Brothers.
It was
6 Brothers.
I didn't show it to her directly, but somebody was doing a Mark Wahlberg impression, and I had to bring it up. And then my mom was there, and I was like, okay, listen, Mom, there's this podcast called Come Town.
Yeah, I feel like it's the type of thing where I wouldn't be able to explain it to my mom, but I can very easily explain it to my dad.
Oh, really?
Like, I feel like I'd just be like, hey, there's this podcast called Come Town. He'd be like, oh, that's funny. Like, he would just be like, yeah, that's funny. Like, it wouldn't be an issue. Like, but with my mom, she'd be like, ew, like, huh, what? Like, I don't get, like, why? Like, on what channel is it on? Like, she wouldn't, like, it would be like that. But my dad would just be like, oh, huh.
That's like how my mom thinks every rap song ever is just like tits and hoes and drugs and guns. It's like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I put on an actual good song about like struggle or some shit, and she's like, turn this off. This is terrible. He's just fuck. That's all I hear. It's fucking shit and fuck. And I'm like, Mom,
he's talking about
how he got out of
of the 80s.
Exactly.
Like, come on. He's obviously talking about the white flight and how it led to urban decay in our cities. Come on, Mom. Get it together.
Yeah. What Dylan said. Totally what Dylan said.
Shout outs to my sociology professor for not giving me an A. Come on, bro. Really let me down there.
I was watching, just because you said the sociology thing, I was watching Ben Shapiro clips. I don't know why.
Bobby.
I don't know.
Bobby.
No, it's because, like, I like the memes where, like, they show like biceps and shit. That shit kills me. Yeah. So I saw one today. I've seen it a bunch of times, but somebody reposted it. The one where he's, like, doing the stream, and he's like, come on, Karen. I can't show you the gun show. And then he, like, shows it. He's like, I already showed you. And he, like, does it, and it fucking cracks me up. But it just reminded me of one that fucking this guy showed me. Of Jose showed me back in the day, where he, like, shut some chick down about some transgender thing. I don't know, but I don't even know who he is, to be quite honest.
I hate Ben Shapiro.
He's
a fucking fool.
He's like a conservative, right?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Yeah, he's like a commentator.
That's all he does?
Yeah. He got, like, those videos went viral, and then he has his own podcast. He has his own show. He makes a lot of appearances. Gotcha. He's very good in terms of, like, rhetoric and arguing someone.
Yeah,
like, that is completely valid.
He just comes across as a know-it-all.
Yeah. And then it just, like, he's like that annoying kid. Like, he sounds like the annoying kid from the Polar Express. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he reminds me of that kid from Recess who always hangs out with the teacher, Randall, I think it is. That fucking little, like, rat-faced kid.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro is the type of guy that would snitch on you.
Yeah, definitely.
Like immediately. Like, instantly, and the teacher gives him the lollipop, and then he.
Nope.
fucking loser. This fake version of Ben Shapiro we're making. No, apparently he's like a nice guy, but like he contradicts himself a lot.
Yeah. Like I said, I like the bicep memes. I'm a fan. That was like one of him outside of Home Depot, and they just like zoom into his grip on the fucking wood plank he's holding, and I'm like, who gives a shit about this guy's biceps?
That's amazing. People really. I mean, that's so funny though, because like he probably doesn't hate it, right? Like he's like,
no, he probably loves that shit. I mean, because of the video I saw, he's always like the gun. Like he's obviously like he hams this shit up so hard. And I'll give it to him. He pumps it. You know what I mean? He's putting in the work. He's no Chris Evans. He's no Chris Hemsworth. But he's also no fucking... I don't know who's really, really skinny. He's no Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah. You know, who's really skinny? People.
He's no Pete Davidson.
He's no...
Have you ever heard of the Pete Davidson Alec Baldwin thing, actually?
No.
So you know how Alec Baldwin is like a famous like guest of SNL. He always comes on to do like shows and things and stuff like that. When this guy, when the election was going on, they hired Alec to play Donald Trump and all the sketches, the political stuff.
Those
so he started,
really
he started showing up on the SNL, the writing rooms and on the episodes a lot more often.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently one day he ran into Pete Davidson. And he asked Pete Davidson something along the lines of like, how do you stay in shape? You know, how do you like stay so fit?
Mm-hmm.
And Pete Davidson said in an interview, he was like, I didn't want to fucking lie to him and just be like, I have a fast ass metabolism and I'm not super old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's like, but I lied to him and I was like 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every day, bang it out. And bro, like apparently Alec Baldwin like stuck to it and he did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups and he lost like 20 pounds. Like they did like magazine articles like Alec Baldwin loses all the weight or whatever, and he was like, I credit Pete Davidson, you know what I mean? And then he was like, fucking Alec Baldwin's credited me for this shit. I just lied to him.
No, Pete Davidson probably just smokes all day. He's
gonna
fucking work out.
Fucking 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every day.
That's incredible, dude. You get called out by that. Love Alec Baldwin.
Apparently he made a comment that he thinks his time at SNL is like dwindling. I think he said.
I mean, that's how it should be with everyone.
Yeah,
most people. Should
I think
just
somebody commented, or somebody asked him about what he feels like about Keenan's thing, about how he's like the longest running member now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was like, "Oh, that's cool, but it's definitely like not for me." I think he said like it's definitely around the time for me to retire the jersey.
Yeah, Pete's got some other stuff going on.
I want to see more Pete stand up, man. Pete's fucking hilarious.
I like Pete.
My mom likes Pete, which is crazy. My mom doesn't even like comedians like that.
Well, everyone loves Pete though.
You know what I find interesting though? My mom's my mom has like comedians that she likes, but the comedians of my favorites that my mom likes a lot are John Mulaney and Pete Davidson, and they're like friends in real life.
Yeah, everyone. John Mulaney is like an overarching thing where like everyone likes John Mulaney.
He's so relatable. People like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People can really like get behind a Mulaney joke. And I mean, just that voice. I was at the store the other day.
It's so great with the suit. He's on stage. You're like, whoa, who is this man? Like you watch his old stand up and he's wearing like a sweater and jeans.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is this kid?
Did you hear about that too? Though when they went touring for one night, they decided to switch wardrobes.
Yeah.
So Pete went on in like a suit and tie and like and then Mulaney went on in like a fucking shirt and pajama pants and shit.
Yeah.
And that was like he said that was like the one time since I started my actual stand up career that I've done stand up not in a suit. Crazy.
Suits are uncomfortable, man. I can never.
I like suits.
I'm not a fan.
Tuxedos are uncomfortable.
I'm a sweaty boy, so.
But you get yourself like a nice suit jacket.
I'm very sweaty. No, I'll be sweaty. It's too much going on.
Too sweaty for a suit jacket.
The tight tucked in.
What the fuck are you doing in a suit that you get too sweaty?
Standing. Bro, I sweat
all the time. Are you in a sauna? Like,
bro, I always sweat. It's hot. It's fucking summer, bro.
What do you wear at home? Nothing? You just like naked?
Yeah, hell yeah. I wear shorts and that's it. Yeah, it's unless I have AC now, so I can wear fucking clothes. Thank God. Yeah. But like my building, you don't control the heat, so they just like they decide what temperature it is.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. So like,
I hate that.
So like winter, sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not enough. It's whatever you get, but it's usually too much. Usually way too much. Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. Well, Dillo, it's already time for ham.
It's time. Can we go to the American Dream Mall? I feel like we need to go there.
I mean, we already said it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take the camera, Chronicles at American Dream. Boom.
Go on the TMNT roller
coaster. Go pick one thing to do. Yeah.
You want to do $80 laser tag or $90 pee water park?
I want to go to my cousin lives in I don't know what part of Jersey specifically it is, but he's literally like 10 minutes away from a Top Golf, a go-kart range, and a shooting range. And it's like, bro. And he's always like, just come for the weekend. We'll do it all. And I'm like, yes. Like, I want to do that so
I'm down
bad.
for that. I'll hop in the trunk.
Bro, yeah, we'll stow you
Take
away.
me.
Man, am I about to go on a tangent?
Do it real quick.
Real quick.
1 minute tangent.
1 minute tangent. No, I was just going to say, my cousin has a cool house in Jersey. He bought it, like, pretty dilapidated. Like, it was pretty, like, run down or whatever. And it's a 2-floor house. But over the past, like, years, probably, like, 2 years maybe, he's, like, you know, been doing construction on it pretty set. And, bro, it's fucking awesome, low-key.
Nice.
He, like, completely redid the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, their bedroom. And they have, like, 3 kids. And they all live on the first floor. Like, the second floor of the house is also done and pretty much fully remodeled, and there's like nothing up there. It's like pretty
interesting. Cool. Yeah. So they can just do whatever with the space.
I think he was actually asking my parents whether or not he was like, if he should like rent it out or if he should like keep it. And I think my parents were trying to sway him to keep it.
Yeah, keep it. Do some shit with it.
Because my parents were like, you know, when we got this house, my parents really wanted to like do the most that they could with it, and this was like our space. And then my mom was basically like, and you have 3 kids. Like, you know, they only had me. So, I mean, if they have the space, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
give every kid a bedroom. That's hype. It's awesome. What a vibe.
1,000%.
But yes, alas, onto the jam and yam of the week. Do you want to start it off?
No.
I already heard your yam.
Yeah.
And it was pretty yam-tastic.
Yeah, it was pretty yammy. Had some like mega tension vibes.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
It was Gossip Girls by Angelus. Very nice song. Slowed down, it sounds better.
It's fine.
Full speed, it's rap. You know, kind of hyper pop vibes, but slowed down.
Yeah, I was digging.
Get that.
Give me some tension vibes.
Vibration in my ears. Yeah.
My jam is Fuego by Channel Tress, featuring Tyler the Creator.
I like Channel Tress.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Channel Tress has some fucking bangers.
Vibey ass banger for sure. So thanks for sticking with us for episode 40. Quarante.
Oh yeah.
Of the Joystick Show.
14 going on this episode.
What?
14 going on 40.
What?
Yeah. Love that movie.
No. Anyway, you confused the shit out of me right
Bobby
there.
was like, huh? What?
You completely broke my sequence. I had the whole like, make sure to subscribe, all that shit, and then you hit me with that stupid shit. But anyway, thanks for sticking with us for episode 40, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
Of the Joystick Show. Please go ahead and make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. We got some pretty cool feedback and some pretty cool, like, I don't know what the word is, engagement last week.
Yeah.
Shout outs to all the people out there who, you know, shout out us and put us on their feeds and on their Instagram stories and stuff like that. You're the reason why we get new viewers and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Huge support.
And keep up for some pretty new cool things we have in the vault. I mean, we're planning to, like we said it 100 fucking times, like the summer is going to be our big, like, opening thing where we finally get to unveil all this shit. In fact, I just finished cooking up a Chef's Son, like Dunzo, like ready to upload essentially.
We got some drops coming.
Me and Dylan had like an idea.
2 new shows, 3 new shows.
I think 2, but yeah.
8 new shows.
8 new shows.
18,000.
6 uploads a day.
20 uploads a second.
The podcast is going to be 6 hours long.
We do
now.
8 podcasts. We do a podcast about each fucking continent.
Welcome to the Antarctica podcast. We have a lot to talk about. I saw white the other day.
Yeah, it's fucking cold.
But yes, thank you for watching. Go ahead and do all the stuff that I told you to do. Please.
In the comments, let us know what your favorite summer activity is going to be.
Yeah, for sure, because we need some stuff to do, and we need suggestions so that me and Dylan can get off of our lazy asses and go to a baseball game.
No, I'll be doing shit. I'll be dragging. I'm currently dragging some of our other friends to shit. So
let's go. I like it. Let's fucking make it happen.
Let's go to a restaurant.
So from all of us here at the Joystick Show, we wish you a good night. I don't know what to do after that. Just put in some news music or something.